Jim Rohn had a line that sounds more severe every year. Miss a meal if you have to, but don't miss a book. At first, it sounds like motivational exaggeration. But Rohn meant something specific. He came from an era when books were one of the main ways concentrated wisdom moved through the world. You could go to a library, or save for one important book, and gain access to decades of another person's best thinking, compressed, organized, and offered to help you grow. Rohn treated that access with reverence. He built a personal library and said it should be evidence that you are a serious student of life. He also warned people not to live on mental candy. You can be entertained by it, he said, but you will not grow from it. Now put that idea inside the world of 2026. You have books, podcasts, courses, newsletters, TED Talks, social feeds, AI summaries, video essays, and endless recommendations. You have more information within reach than any human being in history. So the question is no longer access. The question is, what do you do with abundance? That is the paradox of infinite content. The more learning material we have, the harder genuine learning can become. Not because quality disappeared, it did not. The problem is that real learning requires conditions the modern content environment constantly attacks. Real learning requires sustained attention, reflection, discomfort, and slowness. The content environment is optimized for almost the opposite: rapid consumption, constant novelty, surface-level variety, and the satisfying feeling of progress. The wrapper says growth. The product is engagement. Those are not the same thing. Rohn's old advice still works, but it needs to be updated for the age of infinite content. Principle 1. Be a serious student, not just a consumer. A consumer finishes things. A student is changed by them. A serious student takes notes, asks questions, writes reflections, discusses ideas, and tests them in real life. The point is not completion. The point is transformation. Principle 2. Build a real curriculum. Rohn did not read randomly. He studied philosophy because he believed personal philosophy shaped every result. He studied communication because it created leverage. In 2026, randomness is the default. The algorithm is always ready to build your curriculum for you, one attractive distraction at a time, so choose deliberately. Pick 3 domains that matter for the person you are trying to become. Principle 3. Prioritize primary sources over summaries. AI can summarize a book in 2 minutes. That can be useful. But a summary is not the same thing as spending weeks with a serious work and letting it reorganize your mind. The time is not inefficiency. The time is the mechanism. Summaries can point you toward what matters. They can help you preview, review, and compare. But they cannot replace the deep encounter. If an idea is important enough to shape your life, it deserves more than a shortcut. Principle 4. Use AI to accelerate learning, but do not outsource the learning. AI can be a remarkable study partner. Ask it to explain hard concepts, challenge your understanding, generate questions, compare thinkers, or suggest what to read next. Use it around the core work. You still have to do the inner work. Principle 5. Keep a journal. Rohn said, "Don't trust your memory, write it down." That is practical advice, but it is also deeper than memory. Writing reveals what you actually understood. It exposes the blurry parts. It forces connections. It turns passive intake into active thinking. After each serious reading session, write 1 paragraph. What did I learn? What do I agree with? What do I resist? What will I test? That small act changes the posture of learning. You are no longer letting ideas pass through you. You are wrestling with them, shaping them, and deciding what deserves to become part of your life. Now here is a simple curriculum design exercise. First, choose 1 domain, just 1 to begin. Choose something that matters to your next season of life. Second, select 2 anchor texts: books, long-form lectures, primary sources, or serious essays. They should require real engagement. Your curriculum needs a spine. Third, add supplementary sources deliberately. Podcasts, articles, courses, and AI explanations can help, but only if they deepen the anchor texts instead of replacing them. Fourth, schedule the learning. Put 30 minutes a day on the calendar for the next 30 days. Treat it like an appointment with someone you cannot reschedule. Fifth, review weekly. Ask, what did I learn, where did I apply it, and what still needs attention? That review is where information starts becoming character. So the takeaway is this: Rohn was right. Be a serious student of life. But today, seriousness is not proven by how much content you consume. It is proven by what you choose, what you protect, and what you practice. This week, design the first version of your learning curriculum. Pick 1 domain, find 2 anchor texts, schedule 30 minutes a day for 30 days, take notes, write 1 paragraph after each session. At the end, ask honestly, is this making me think differently? If yes, it is working. In the age of infinite content, the fortune of self-education may begin with 1 protected hour, 1 serious book, and the refusal to confuse motion with growth.